Hello and welcome to the 9 p.m. news on Voice of the People TV. I am Vivian Oguche and a very Merry Christmas to you. Before we begin the news, kindly visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. First, the headlines. Vice President Shettima says the federal government is for welfare. Can urges the federal government to address hunger crisis. Also, Bishop Kuka urges federal government to tackle unemployment and religious extremism. NDLEA raids Kano drug dens, arrests 34 suspects. Doctors demand 70-year retirement age in new fake memo. In business, NCAA indicts 5 airlines for flight infractions. And entertainment news, Bruno Mars, Burna Boy, Iron Star, break Spotify record. And in sports news, Napoli sanctioned Osimhen's January transfer. Now the news in detail. Now the federal government, this is coming from Vice President Kashima Shettima now, who has assured Nigerians of the federal government's dedication to national security, economic transformation, and welfare of the citizens. In his Christmas message on Wednesday, the Vice President said that President Bola Tinubu and his administration remains unwavering in its focus on these critical areas as the country looks forward to a new year, noting that Nigerians are going through difficult times as the government continues its economic transformation. As Shettima urged citizens to promote national unity during and beyond the Christmas season. According to him, Nigeria's diversity remains its greatest and the urgent need for government's intervention to strengthen food security, reduce inequality, and ensure fair access to the nation's resources. Commending the noble intentions of the philanthropists involved in the charity of such values as patience, orderliness, and empathy, saying it contributed to the unfortunate events. It urged citizens to imbibe Christly virtues to foster peace, unity, and dignity, while urging Nigerians to sustain the acts of generosity, but with proper planning to prevent. In a related development, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka of the Sokoto Diocese has called on the federal and state governments to address unemployment and religious extremism as critical measures to combat Nigeria's widespread insecurity. In his 2024 Christmas message released on Wednesday, Bishop Cook revealing economic challenges in the country. Abure, who stated this in his Christmas message on Wednesday, urged Nigerians to take the Christmas as a season to love, serve, and forgive one another. He said nothing will bring more joy to humanity than the readiness and willingness to forgive the trespasses of others. The LP chairman further urged Nigerians to always show compassion to millions of other citizens living below poverty level. According to him, Jesus Christ, who was born in a lowly manger, entire life working to put smiles in the faces of the less privileged, the poor, oppressed, depressed, and the sick. Meanwhile, he commended the military personnel, especially those in the trenches in many parts of the country, ensuring that terrorists and gunmen are kept at bay for the rest of the citizens to celebrate the festive season. And now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Kano State Command, has arrested 34 suspects with different quantities of illicit substances in the state. Sadiq Mohammed Meigatari, the command's spokesman, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday in Kano. Mohammed Meigatari quoted the state commander of the agency, Abubakar Idris Ahmed, as saying that the arrest was made during a raid as part of proactive measures to ensure a safe and drug-free Kano during the Christmas and New Year celebration. Idris Ahmed said that on the 24th of December, the agency dislodged several notorious drug joints across the state, adding that the drug dens were located in a Fagi area, a Sani Abacha Stadium, Danagundi, and the historically infamous Filling Idi drug den. He said that the command successfully recovered a substantial amount of illicit substances such as cannabis sativa, a second dye, and XO5, among others. Other recovered items include dangerous arms being used by drug peddlers to pursue and attack officers. Well, the Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria has revealed that the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, is set to submit a memo to the Federal Executive Council, FEC, regarding their demands to harmonize the retirement age for medical consultants to 70 years. Additionally, Pate and the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, plan to submit a joint memo to the Presidential Committee on Salaries, advocating the universal application of the Consolidated Medical Salary Structure for medical lecturers. MD Khan recently embarked on a 7-day warning strike on the 18th of November to push for these demands. The strike, however, was suspended after 6 days following government's intervention in a dispute over the vice-chancellor position at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, which addressed one of the association's core concerns. The association has reiterated its demand for the harmonization of medical consultants' retirement age to 70 years and for the universal application of economists and dental officers. Members of staff of the meeting of the Joint Action Committee held at the MBA Auditorium, Lagos State University, Ojo. It stated that the decision, the Auditorium, Lagos State University, Ojo. It stated that the decision to suspend the strike action was taken to return and to allow the leadership of JAG, the university management, and the state government on the remaining unresolved demands.
The Utah is a season. The Utah is a season of love, a season of hope, a season of blessings. May the divine light of Christmas shine in your life this season. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Voice of the People Television. Thank you for sticking with us. The gift of love.
The gift of joy.
The gift of laughter.
The gift of happiness.
The gift of peace.
Merry Christmas!
Season's greetings from the management and staff of Voice of the People Television.
You're welcome back. Now the rest of the stories. The Muslim rights concern Murik has criticized the Nigeria police over perceived double standards handling recent stampedes that claimed lives during events in Ibadan, Abuja, and Anambra. The group, led by its executive director, Professor Ishaq Akintola, calls for the immediate release of individuals arrested in connection with the Ibadan incident or the arrest of organizers responsible for similar tragedies in Abuja and Anambra. 35 children lost their lives last Wednesday during a stampede at a children's form fair at Bashorun Islamic High School in Ibadan. On Saturday, 10 people died during a palliative distribution at Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Maitama, Abuja. Similarly, at least 20 residents of Okija, Anambra State, were reported dead following a stampede during rice distribution. While the Oyo State Police Command detained Queen Naomi Shilekunla, ex-wife of the Ooni of Ife, and others linked to the Ibadan tragedy. No arrests have been reported for the Abuja and Anambra incidents. On Tuesday, a chief magistrate court in Ibadan ordered the remand of Shilekunla Abdullahi Fasasi, who is the principal of Basharun Islamic High School, and Oriyomi Hamzat, proprietor of Agidigbo FM at Agodi Correctional Center. Akintola condemned what he described as selective justice, saying it was unacceptable that only the Ibadan organizers faced arrest, while those behind similar events in Abuja and Anambra remained free. Well, let's take you to Edo State now, where Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo has signed into law the state's 2025 appropriation bill of 675 billion naira, 675 billion 220 million 58,858 naira 52 kobo. Speaking at the event, the governor commended the collaboration between the legislature and the executive in formulating a budget that he said would prioritize infrastructure, security, education, healthcare, and economic growth. Okpebolo assured the people of Edo State that the funds would be used judiciously to deliver critical services, foster job creation, and enhance the living standards of the people. According to him, the 675 billion naira budget is designed to address the immediate needs of the state while also laying a solid foundation for sustainable development. The allocation covers road infrastructure, health services, security, education, and social welfare programs aimed at improving the overall well-being of Edo citizens and residents of the state, among others. Governor Okpebolo also reiterated his administration's commitment to transparency and accountability in managing public funds, while appealing to all stakeholders to support the budget's effective implementation. Well, we move now to Benue State, where the governor, Reverend Hyacinth Alia, has announced an extension of the Christmas and New Year holidays for civil servants in the state. In a press statement, the governor acknowledged the dedication and hard work of the state's workforce in advancing programs and projects that drive Benue's development and prosperity. According to the statement, the extended holiday period will now begin on Tuesday, the 24th of December 2024, and end on Sunday, the 6th of January 2025. Governor Alia explained that the decision reflects his administration's commitment to the well-being of civil servants, giving them time to celebrate the festive season with their families and attend to their agricultural activities. And in Kano State, Governor Abba Yusuf on Wednesday reaffirmed his commitment to tackling malnutrition and enhancing maternal and child health by realizing 500 million naira as counterpart funding to UNICEF for nutrition initiatives in the state. The governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Bature, confirms the release of the counterpart funding in a press statement during the official flag-off of the second Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week held in Kumbotso local government area of the state. In addition, the governor disclosed the allocation of 170 million naira for the renovation and upgrading of malnutrition treatment and referral centers to combat child killer diseases and improve access to life-saving healthcare services. Bature said the administration was resolute in its mission to battle malnutrition and prevent diseases that threaten the lives of children. Multilateral technical assistance to developing country parties, multilateral technical assistance to developing country parties to Montreal Protocol, whose annual per capita consumption and production of ODS is less than 0.3% to comply with the control measures of the protocol. At its 95th Executive Committee meeting held this month, December 2024, the MLF approved numerous project proposals submitted by UNIDO on behalf of the member states. Well, coming up next, we have business, sports, and entertainment news after this short break. Stay with us.
his name Jesus.
And then the Virgin Mary, filled with fear and confusion, asked how this miracle could be possible, since she had never been with a man.
How shall this be, seeing that I know not a man?
Angel Gabriel explained that the Holy Spirit will come upon her, and the power of the Most High would overshadow her, fulfilling the ancient prophecy. The Virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. Despite the enormity of this revelation, Mary accepted her, saying, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word.
Behold, the handmaid of the Lord. Be it unto me according to thy word.
At this time, Mary, Joseph was troubled and uncertain. In his distress, he considered quietly ending their engagement to protect her dignity. However, that very night, the angel Gabriel appeared to Joseph in a dream, reassuring him not to fear taking Mary as his wife, for her child was conceived by the Holy Spirit and destined to save humanity from sins. Joseph woke up with renewed faith and determination, ready to stand by Mary. Soon, an imperial decree from the Roman emperor commanded all to return to their ancestral towns for a census. Mary and Joseph set out for Bethlehem, traveling for days, with Mary heavily pregnant. Upon reaching Bethlehem, they found no room in any inn. A kind innkeeper, seeing Mary's condition, offered his stable as shelter. Among the hay and the gentle animals, Mary went into labor and gave birth to her firstborn son, Jesus. She wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, the only cradle available at the time. In a distant land, 3 wise men, also called the Magi, observed a brilliant star rising in the night sky. Interpreting this as a sign of a great new king's birth, they embarked on a long journey to find him. King Herod of Judea, hearing of their quest, secretly plotted to destroy this rival king. He deceitfully asked the Magi to report back to him once they had found the child. Guided by the star, the wise men arrived in Bethlehem and found Jesus with Mary his mother. Overwhelmed with joy, they knelt in worship, presenting gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Warned in a dream of Herod's evil intentions, the Magi returned home by a different route, safeguarding the star shining brightly above symbolized the fulfillment of God's promise, a beacon of hope, peace, and salvation for all mankind. Jesus, born humble yet destined for greatness, is the light of the world and a symbol of eternal hope and redemption. And so, the journey of Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus began, marked by faith, courage, and the guiding light of a star.
Welcome back, still in the spirit of Christmas. And here now, the rest of the news. Nigeria's Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has indicted 5 carriers in the country for flight infractions. The regulator has initiated enforcement actions against the 5 airlines, comprising 2 entities, for contravening provisions of Part 19 of the NCAA regulations. The violations include non-payment of refunds within the stipulated time frame, failure to adhere to NCAA, he said, aligns with the authority's commitment to upholding passenger rights and ensuring regulatory compliance within the aviation sector. In the meantime, airfares to the southeast have surged exponentially, with economy class tickets hitting 400,000 naira. The being made known to several Premier League clubs like Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Aston Villa, according to TBR Football. The striker's price tag is 75 million euros or 60 million pounds. There is a breakup clause in Osimhen's loan deal to Turkish champions Galatasaray. However, the player himself will have to sanction this early transfer after he had given his word to Galatasaray of Marcus Rashford leaving Old Trafford in January. Rashford has fallen out of favor under Ruben Amorim after being omitted from the United matchday squad in 3 consecutive games within a week. The player himself has already claimed that he is ready